Governor Cuomo expressing renewed confidence tonight that the two killers who escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility earlier this month will be caught.
The region around Dannemora remains the primary focus of the search for the two killers, Richard Matt and David Sweat. And while there have been several sightings, none has been confirmed. They've come from as far away as 300 miles in the towns of Irwin and Friendship, New York. They're both near the Pennsylvania border, as you see on this map.
But as we've been reporting, authorities are now focusing their attention on the Owl's Head area, not far from where DNA matching the killers was found in a cabin. That's about 15 miles west of the prison from which they escaped. And as we've reported, residents in each of those areas have certainly been left on edge. Now, also on edge for the last 2 weeks, an Ulster County man who, along with his family, was actually held hostage by a rapist who escaped from Downstate Correctional 35 years ago.
Yeah, it's quite a story, and this current search is bringing back some pretty terrible memories. He spoke exclusively with our investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey today, and Jen joins us live tonight with his story. And this is really chilling, and to have those feelings all these years later.
Yeah, it's truly remarkable that thankfully this family, while they have some emotional scars from what happened, they were not hurt in this hostage situation. But the man who took them hostage, Richard Gantz, was a convicted rapist. He was transferred from the Clinton Correctional Facility to Downstate. He used bed sheets and the handle of a mop bucket to get over the wall, flagged down a driver, committed another rape, and then took over this family's home. They all know full well just how dangerous desperate criminals can get.
Oh, and this is him coming down the stairs.
Justin Cossano was just 5 years old when escaped rapist Richard Gantz walked down the stairs of his home wearing his father's pants and his mother's jacket.
He had my father's gun.
He had escaped from a prison about 30 miles away and had been hiding upstairs when the family arrived home. Gantz took Justin, his mother and grandmother, along with his stepbrother and sister-in-law as hostages.
I was scared, so I was trying to calm myself down with my imaginary friend, and he thought I was talking to somebody outside the window, so he ran up in the bathroom and shoved a gun in my face.
A day later, his father returned home from a business trip, and he was taken as a hostage too.
I was like, well, why didn't you do anything? And he said I kept looking at his legs, and I kept looking at my legs, and I knew that there was no way I was going to get to that gun before him.
Over the course of the next 3 days, Gantz released everyone except Justin's dad.
They had the CERT team, they had the Ulster County sheriffs, they had the state police, they had snipers.
But in the dark of night, Gantz left the gun and knife on the kitchen table and took off. He originally got past the perimeter, but was captured a few hours later.
And this is him when he was captured that day?
Yeah.
Although Justin was just 5 years old at the time, his days as a hostage have stayed with him.
Sleep with a loaded gun at night.
And the Dannemora prison escape doesn't make things easier.
Why aren't these people in solitary confinement? I don't get it. Why are they allowed to intermingle? And if they're in prison, what are these privileges that they speak of? A little bit more stringent security at the prison instead of $1 million a day looking for people and going here and there and everywhere and not finding them.
Do you worry, knowing what you went through, that when there are escaped criminals like this who are such hardened criminals, that some other family will experience what you did?
Absolutely. I mean, everybody always tells me about the odds of it ever happening again. Well, the odds of it ever happening in the first place were astronomical.
Justin's mom was 8 months pregnant at the time, and he remembers his dad begging Gantz to let her go. Richard Gantz died behind bars about 10 years ago. Justin's dad has also passed, but after the hostage situation, he turned to religion, and he actually started preaching inside prisons. Liz.
That's